What we've seen this session and what came from the election in 2018 is that voters are holding their people accountable. Some of these things, like school finance, couldn't happen if there weren't more Democrats in the House.
When it comes to being able to protect Texans from discrimination, our lawmakers should be doing as much as they can to make sure that they represent all Texans and not just a select few.
When you look at the polling about where abortion rights are in this state, you see millions of people that are giving support for this. This is not a state that is so heavily conservative or heavily red. This is a state that's much more diverse.
Get our kids an excellent education so they can compete in the world. Determine what that is and what that costs, and use the money to pay for it, and worry about big businesses' tax bills later.
We won't stop until they respect the dignity of Texans and the judgment of healthcare professionals. And we won't stop until we guarantee access to abortion and achieve the support that all Texans' families need to thrive. We won't stop until we achieve full reproductive justice.
This is an unprecedented opposition to a Secretary of State nomination.
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
Our voters in Texas are becoming younger, they're people of color, and they're coming out to vote.
We had turnout increase in almost every county. Young people, Latino, Latinas, Black voters, all of these groups had record voter turnout rates in the election.
The fact that this is the highest elected official in our state, overseeing and directing, according to the emails, and a voter suppression campaign is highly troubling.
Straight across teacher pay raise is great, but we also need to make sure that they appropriate dollars for pay raises and health care, which is also a big issue amongst educators across the state of Texas.
This is basic preventive sexual health care that, particularly for uninsured and low-income women, is a vital and needed health care resource.
I think that we saw in the 2018 election that people went to the polls voting for health care. They went to the polls to protect health care, and they went to the polls voting for people who would expand health care.